Video in a series looking at the song Make It by Aerosmith. In this video, I will show you how to play the final verse of the song as well as the outro. If you haven't seen the previous videos, you should know that my guitar is in drop D tuning. Alright, so coming out of the bridge, we're going to play the same progression that we played in the opening of the song. I'm going to just quickly show you that here, but I'm not going to go into detail. In the opening of the song, it plays 3 times before it goes into the verse. In this section, it only plays twice before going into the 3rd verse. It also repeats another section that is played in the first part of the song as well, which I've also covered in the first video in this series. So if you need to know how to play those, if you want to see them slowed down, go back to the first video in the series. I cover those pretty thoroughly. So here we go into the 3rd verse. And the 3rd verse of the song uses the same chords as the first 2 verses, but there's going to be a slight change to the order. So it begins the same way, playing the F major, E major, and D major chords. So the F major is at the 8th fret, move to the E at the 7th fret, followed by the D at the 5th fret. And from here we deviate from the previous verses. The next thing you will do is play those same chords in reverse order. So you play the D major again at the 5th fret, move to the E major to the 7th fret, followed by the F major at the 8th fret. Next, you're going to play the E major at the 7th fret, the F major at the 8th fret, the G major at the 10th fret. Then you're going to play the G major again at the 10th fret, followed by the A major at the 12th fret, and the A sharp major at the 13th. Then we have a short series of 5th chords that lead back into the chorus. You're going to play a C 5th by borrowing the 6th and 5th strings at the 10th fret. Remember, we're in drop D tuning, so our C note is now at the 10th fret of the 6th string. Next, you're going to play that same shape at the 7th fret, which is an A5. You're going to play the G5 sharp at the 6th fret, the G5 at the 5th fret, and you're going to finish the phrase by playing the F5 at the 3rd fret. So that whole phrase sounds something like this. So before we go further, I'm going to play through that whole thing again. So this takes us back into the chorus. I'm going to play the chorus here, but I'm not really going to go into how to play it. If you need a closer look at the chorus, take a look back at the first video in this series where I go through it pretty thoroughly. And so from the chorus, we go back into the first part of the bridge, which I covered in video 2 of the series. So there's a slight change between the first bridge and the second bridge. The first bridge went like this. The second bridge is almost the same, but there's a slight difference. It plays like this. So in this second version of the bridge, after you play that F, E, F, D, E on the G string, this, you're going to slide your second finger to the D note or the 10th fret of the E string and let that ring out. You can kind of place it at the 8th fret and then slide. I like to slide it up at the end, up toward the 1st fret. And then the second part of that bridge is played just like the previous bridge. So again, you can go back to video 2 and check that out if you need a closer explanation. After that, we're going to end the song with a short phrase that's very similar to the phrase that ends the bridge the first time around. So with your first finger, you're going to play the A sharp note at the 8th fret of the D string. You're going to hammer on to the B note at the 9th fret. Next, play the G note with your first finger at the 8th fret of the B string. So next you're going to play the F note at the 10th fret of the G string. Then you're going to play that A sharp again at the 8th fret of the D string and hammer onto the B note at the 9th fret. And with your third finger, you're going to play the E note on the G string at the 9th fret. You're going to bend it up to an F and then back to an E. And you're going to let it ring out. You're going to shake it back and forth. So that whole thing again is... I'll do that one more time, real slow. Alright, that's it. Now you know how to play Make It by Aerosmith. If you liked this video or found it useful, I hope you'll hit the subscribe button. I publish on a weekly basis, and I'll be back next week with a tutorial for the song Stone by the Rolling Stones. Thanks again for watching my video.